Hey everybody!
Hi guys!
Mr. and Mrs. Traveler here.
Yellow Cost Beauty Channel. I saw that.
Hey guys, welcome to Hot Topics Thursday.
Hey, Hot Topics.
Yes, so we'll jump right into there and then we'll catch up on you. We're still getting the Mr. and Mrs. Traveler studios together. It's going to take us a while.
Yes, can you hear echo and hear echo, echo, echo?
Excellent. So let's get to it.
Let's get started. As you know, I never see the questions before they're asked. I like to be surprised.
Yep.
As you know, I never see the questions before they're asked. I like to be surprised like you guys are.
Wonderful.
I did it.
And
after 2 takes, I did it.
And I'm going to save we got a kind of a controversial one I'm going to save for the end.
Okay.
Anyway, first one is from, I'm going to just say Renzo because I don't want to butcher the rest of your name, Renzo.
Hi, Renzo.
Okay, so this is not necessarily a question, but this is something that he's doing that I thought was really great, and I just wanted to shout him out.
Let's do it.
Okay, so Renzo says, "Hey, Mr. and Mrs. Traveler, I hope you're doing great, as you usually do.
Thank you.
My name is Renzo, and I'll soon be a shop assistant at Royal Caribbean.
Wow, that's awesome.
I'm excited about meeting lots of people from around the world and learning from different cultures. I've been doing my homework and learning the cruise plans, destinations, and in general learning about life on board. I must say I have learned a lot from your videos. Please don't stop doing what you're doing, and I'm happy to see such a nice couple enjoying life as you do. Keep up the great work, and I hope to see you on the Enchantment of the Seas one of these days."
Yay, me too. We gotta see you. We gotta make sure we say hi.
That's awesome. So and then we went, we talked a little bit back and forth, but I just thought it was a really great thing because he was a little nervous about doing this, and so I was talking back and forth to him. And here's my thing. I say, you go for it. It's just like this move that we made, and he may discover that it is not for you, or you may discover that it's the best thing in the world, and 10 years from now Renzo will be Captain Renzo.
Yes.
You never know. But the secret is you don't live with the regret.
You have to try it, and if it don't work, if you're not a fit, find something else. But I'm sure you'd be a good fit.
And at least you could say that you tried it.
Yes.
And I think it's a really valuable experience. You get to see the world. Even
such a dream job.
You'll be working and everything like that, so that's fine. But you get to meet all the cultures with the people that work on there.
Yes, you get to make friends all over the world.
And they have they work hard, but it seems like they play hard too to an extent. You have to still be respectful of that. We did the behind the scenes tour.
Yes.
And saw a lot of the activities behind the scenes, what the workers do when they're not at work. And we've talked to them before too. So I think it'll be a really valuable experience for you, and I'm excited for you. I hope we do see you aboard.
Go ahead and try it. We'll see you soon.
And if anybody's on the Enchantment of the Seas and see Renzo,
tell them Mr. and Miss Traveler said hello.
Tell hi and give them some encouragement.
Yes.
And all that good stuff.
That'd be great. Thank you, Renzo.
Thank you, Renzo. This one's for you.
Okay.
From Tracy Kirby.
Hi, Tracy.
So Tracy and I were kind of talking a little bit about luggage and things like that before, but then she came back and she asked, "Mrs. Traveler, can you give me some tips on traveling on a plane? Okay. I know you can have a carry-on, but I also want to secure my money and credit card and IDs."
Yes, that is a good question, and I come across that all the time. What I do is I put all my information, everything, in my book bag, and I carry my book bag as a purse. I usually don't carry a big bag like a Louis Vuitton or a crossbody, any designer name. I can't think of any, but you don't want to carry all that with you when you're traveling. You want to make sure that when you're going through TSA to take something that's easy and accessible. So I put everything in my little book bag, and I know everybody's seen it because I put this book bag in my favorites on one of my videos on my channel. People wouldn't think that the book bag was my purse. So I don't really carry a purse when I'm traveling. I carry my book bag or something else that doesn't look like a book bag. So if you want to secure your things, I would say keep them close to you when you're going through TSA, and also carry a book bag as a purse.
Yeah, because going through this airplane, she's going on her first cruise on Norwegian coming up, so she had a little nervous about it. So going through TSA is hectic enough already.
It's daunting.
So you want to try to make it as easy as possible, because you already know, unless you have the TSA pre-check, you already know that you have to strip down. You got to take your shoes off. You got to do this. You got to do that.
You don't want to forget anything when you're doing all that. There's a lot of things that you have to take off. Our earrings. If we have weave, and yes, we do wear extensions and clip-ins. That shows up. So you want to make sure that you have all your information together before you go through the walkthrough.
And I throw my wallet and my stuff in her purse too, so it's in that book bag thing, so it's all together.
Yes.
And it's just convenient for her. So the word is convenient. You want to have your stuff secure.
Yes.
But you want it to be convenient.
And then the reason I said weave was because it has metal in it, clip-ins and metal. So that's the first thing that comes up on the TSA. I wear a lot when I go cruising. That's why I said that, if you was wondering why I said that. So
great question, and enjoy yourself on the
Have
Norwegian.
fun on your first cruise, and let us know how it went. Thank you.
Okay, next one, Kathy.
Hi, Kathy.
Kathy, we've had this question before, but I figured it's that time of year, so hey, we'll put it out there.
Sure.
Kathy says, have you all been on a cruise during bad weather? Thanks.
Oh, yes.
And as a side note, I have a client that's leaving out of Galveston today on Hot Topics Thursday, and her ship got delayed because of tropical storm. I think it's depression now, Cindy, that's coming up through the Gulf. She was leaving out of Galveston.
Oh, wow.
And so she had called me earlier this week, and we were kind of talking about it. And so here's the thing: when there's bad weather, those ships do a good job of steering around it and avoiding it, and trying to have you have the best possible experience, because they know that you're paying your money. They want you to be a return customer, but of course the number one priority is your safety.
Yes. Captains have so many years of experience. They have a whole team up there. It's not only the captain driving. He has about 5 people helping him out all night long, so they are really good at what they do.
Yeah. And so I got a notice on my computer today that said that her departure was going to be delayed. The cruise ship actually had to stay out in the Gulf and wait for the storm to come inland, and then it came aboard, so they're going to have a late embarkation. She has to get on, so it's going to be late. Everybody's going to be late, and that happened to us on our last cruise, the last Norwegians. There was really bad winds or something, I think.
Yes, we have been on some cruises with some really, really bad weather.
Yep.
And we got through it.
Yeah, our worst one was on Carnival Fascination, I think it was.
I think it was the Fascination.
And we were coming back from Cozumel, going in between, Mexico and Cuba, through that stretch of water right there, and a storm came up, and there was like no avoiding it. It just came up, and like the ship was.
It was sideways.
The water.
The entire time we were walking down the halls,
the water in the glass was like, it was different.
It was.
But the ship, it didn't last too long. The captain got us out of there as quickly as he could. But they're very good at what they do. So don't worry about it, because if a storm is imminent, like if Cindy turned into a hurricane and was bearing down the Gulf, if Cindy was a hurricane now instead of a tropical depression, the cruise probably would have got canceled today.
Yeah, they would have either delayed it or canceled it.
Yeah. So great question.
Thank you so much for the question, Kathy.
And now, the moment we've been waiting for. So, we have debates with people. Nothing's wrong with a good, healthy debate on things every now and then.
I like it sometimes. That's positive.
We try our best to give you factual information. And to the best of my knowledge, the best of our knowledge, we try to give you guys the best information so that you can find good deals and, the whole spiel, right? So anyway, I had this young lady, and I'm just going to call her Erica. I'm going to black out her last name.
Okay.
Okay, so this is what she said, and this is in response to our video of the...
We actually made a video on going to Nassau, where we thought we were going on
Atlantis Beach ripoff.
And if you want to see the video, it's right here.
Yeah, it's a very popular video that we had right there.
Yeah, it's doing really good.
And so if you haven't heard, let me give you a little background on there, and then I'll read what you wrote. So anyway, you can get to the Cabbage Beach, which is a free beach. There's a couple of different names for it on Paradise Island. The last time we were there, it was $4 per person each way. Somebody told me it might have went up $1. I'm not positive on that. I'll find out shortly. Anyway, last time we were there, which was a few months ago, $4 per person each way. So $16, whether you do the water taxi or regular taxi, you can get to that beach and spend all day there.
Okay.
So we did an experiment where we purchased the shore excursion on Royal Caribbean, but I've seen them on Carnival and I've seen them on Norwegian too, for Atlantis. And it said, now there's a couple different shore excursions for Atlantis. One of them is a water park day, which is almost $200 per person. And you can experience the water park all day. They'll give you the wristband. You can go over to their real private beaches that nobody else can get to because there's a big rock wall separating it from the rest of the land. So nobody else can get to those beaches unless you come up on a boat or unless you're inside the Atlantis property.
Okay.
Okay. The other option for Atlantis is what they call a private beach day, and it says the word private beach day on there.
Right on the ticket, right on the flyer.
So, and that was like $100 per person. So we did it. They took us to Atlantis, pulled up in front. They do walk you through the property now, but they only walk you on the outskirts of the property.
Right.
But you go, you know, through some of the ponds and things like that. But you're nowhere near the water park. You're nowhere near the private beaches. And they walked you through Atlantis, and they took us right out to Cabbage Beach,
which is a free beach.
Which is the free beach that we got to for $16 total for both of us.
Yes.
Round trip. And we spent $200 to get there through the cruise line for something they called a private beach. And so when we got there, I said, this is not the private beach. It's the same beach I can get to for $16. This is a public beach. And so, you know, we did get our money back through the cruise line, but it was a real hassle. And I'm still fighting to get them to remove that word private from the description on the excursion, because to me it's false advertising.
Yes.
You know, so that's the background to the story. And I apologize that it took so long, but I wanted to make sure that you guys understood that for those of you who hadn't seen it. So anyway, Erica says, I'm in the Bahamas, in fact a resident of the Bahamas, and the beach you are on is not Cabbage Beach. So she's saying that we weren't on Cabbage Beach. At the end of the video where you decide to make your final statement, that little brown wall looking area is the coral reefs located just at the back of the Atlantis on their beach. The area you also decided to show as proof that it's Cabbage Beach, if we look closer to the right, you can see the hotel. Shaking my head. I don't know what you get out of making false statements, but I get it. It's the ratings, the views. Yep, well, you did get a lot of those, and a lot of people fell for your shenanigans. So, let
me stop you right there. Let me stop you right there. Let me put a disclaimer out. First of all, we take our time and our money to buy cameras to film for you guys. We don't get paid for it. We put the information out for free for you all to watch. We try to help you all. Now, if she don't agree with us, that's fine. But don't call us shenanigans, because we actually took the time to walk people through it. And you know, why would you get offended? Let me just stop.
Yeah, I would. No, it's fine. That's fine. You know, and so that, and I went back and forth with her a little bit, and then we ended it. But I'm telling you all, we did that video because we didn't want you guys to go on a ship and pay $100 per person to go to a beach that you can go to for $16.
The beach was not private, Erica.
Because if you take the taxi, a regular land taxi, to that Paradise Island, you'll walk out this pathway that leads you to the beach in between a couple of hotels.
You can see it in the video if you watch it.
And when you get to the beach, if you're looking at the water, you make a left, you walk all the way down as far as you can walk. That's the Atlantis Hotel right there, and you can walk down there for free. That's the exact same place we were standing when we made that video.
And at Cabbage Beach, there is, they ask you if you want to take a jet ski. There's people selling things. There is a public beach. There's nothing private about it. You can't. And
she's right. The wall that you see behind us is the wall that separates.
She's right about that.
The public beach from their private beach that's on the other side of the wall now. I mean,
but we weren't taken to that beach.
No, so
we were taken to the public beach. I think you confused.
And I think maybe the camera angle changed, and you saw a hotel once we turned this way, and you saw she saw a hotel to the right. I'm not sure what she's looking at exactly. I don't know. All I can do is tell you is that's exactly where we were standing. Mm-hmm. We were standing in the same spot that we were at before when we paid $16. We were in the same spot when we paid $100. Yeah. So we made that video to help our viewers to not get ripped off.
You have every right not to watch our video if you don't like it, being a resident or not. We were at Cabbage Beach. It was not a private beach.
Please don't call it. Sorry. You know, I hate you to call it shenanigans. I mean, I don't. We don't do gimmicks and all that kind of stuff.
We do this because we want to help people do this. Generally, sit on this camera to help you guys.
So here's my thing, and I'm just mad at Atlantis and the cruise lines for saying that it's a private beach on their shore excursion thing, and it's not. I'm just mad at the cruise line and Atlantis for saying that it's a private beach, and it's not. They take you out to the same beach that you can get to for $16. A private beach wouldn't have the people selling jet skis and we've been to the private beach. We've been to the private beach in Atlantis. There's a couple of them in there.
Many times.
It's like a cove. You can see it from the ship when you're docked there. It's like a little cove, and you can get there. I guess you could swim around if you really wanted to. You have to be a strong swimmer, or you could take a boat over there. But they've got security going back and forth trying to block you from going over there.
Yes.
So where we were standing, if we would have went over there where she said we were going without that wristband, they'd have kicked us out of there. Mm-hmm. So, I apologize. We have been to that private beach before, but where we had shot that video at was not the private beach. That was the public beach that they were calling private, which is Cabbage Beach. And I hope that clears it up. Now, if you want to join Atlantis, then do the beach day thing with them, the water park. And if that's what you really want to do, it's expensive. It's a little expensive, but it's a really beautiful property. And the water slides are a lot of fun, etc., etc. But if you're just looking for a beach day, please don't pay the $100. Pay the $16 and go.
Just go for free
and go to the beach for free. It's the same beach.
Yes.
Woo. So anyway,
thanks for noticing that our video is doing well. It is doing well, and it's doing well because we tell the truth on our channel. Most people look at our videos and realize that we decided to put this information out because we've been on so many cruises. We've been to Nassau so many times that we are able to share this whether you live there or not. We know a lot about the Bahamas. We travel a lot. And these are not shenanigans. We are really doing this from our heart. These are free videos. You don't even have to pay to look at them. Yep. So we doing this for ourselves.
And we respect that you live there. And
sure.
And it's a beautiful place and it has beautiful water, and we really love it. Thank you for sharing your home with us.
Thank you for sharing your comments.
But please know we have no shenanigans here. One love, all love.
We don't have time for that.
Anyway, guys, that is all. We're gonna try to upload a little content for next week. We'll do our level best because we are very busy getting the studios together.
We are. And thank you so much for your support on our last video. Yes. We were so tired. But we still put the information out for you guys. You're looking at a free video. Don't forget that.
And stay tuned for going live on Facebook Monday, somewhere around 4 p.m. So keep an eye on the Facebook. I'll try to update you guys.
We're going? The Bahamas. We're going back to that beach.
Yeah, I don't know what we're going to do in the Bahamas yet, but we'll be there.
Yeah, we'll be there smiling.
What are you gonna do? Forget about it.
Right. I'm so glad that we were able. Have anybody noticed on our views that we're over 1 million views on our channel? We are so happy about that, and our channel is growing.
Yes.
So thank you so much for your participation. Thank you for understanding our move, and we're back.
Yes, and thank you again. Once again, I say it again. Thank you for your patience in dealing with us with responding to the videos and everything. Mm-hmm. It's been very hectic, and I promise you that I will slowly but surely start getting back to responding to the videos because I really do like talking with you guys.
Yes, he does, and I do too. Life short.
Have fun.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
I wanna